Yeah. It's a really fun city. It's really cool to be here. We're staying in the French Quarter, so a lot of history around there. And then we had some stuff as a team that we've done. So it's an honor to be in such a prestigious bowl, such a great city. So we're having fun.
Brett, so I want to know, what does Alabama mean to you? A lot of rumors this might be your last game. I know it's probably you'd make your announcement on your own, but what does it mean to you over the years and the success you've had?
I mean, it's hard to put that in words. I mean, from coming here, coming here and being so much younger as a freshman, this being such a big step for me, not just on the field, but academically and as a man. Growing up, um, you know, learning to be far away from family, live on my own. Obviously that Alabama gave me that, and on the field to be able to play with such great players, to be coached by the best, just to be embraced by the best fan base in the country. I can't describe how much the university means to me. So I'm forever grateful. I mean, this is just having this opportunity and being here for the time I've been has been a blessing. So I'm super happy to be a part of the team. We're so grateful for the support that we have, from our entire fan base, the whole community, the University of Alabama. It's a big family there, and that means a lot too. I always want to do my best, put my best foot forward, of course, for my brothers and for the team, and for us, but also for those who support us. Again, we have the best fan base in the country. People that ride and die for us and support us through the ups and downs, good and bad, and are always there through it for us. And I know how much it means to us, to the community, to the state. So I always want to do my best to make all that support us proud.
It's been new in the era of Bryce Young with NIL and everything. How do you navigate that, and really, how did you handle it so far?
Yeah, like you said, with NIL, college football has been a different landscape. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of things that are changing. That college football has been the same for so long, and now there's so much change. But for me, I look at it as everything's been. It's been a blessing for all the student athletes throughout all the sports who've been able to be able to be compensated. Rightfully to be able to provide for their family, to put themselves, to put others in better situations, and to do whatever they need to do with NIL. But for me, I've been blessed with having opportunities, but it hasn't been too hard to navigate for me because of just making sure that I had priorities. I made sure that the main thing was the main thing for me. That was a big thing for me and big thing for this team. We all support each other in our endeavors outside the field, but making sure when it comes to athletics, making sure that the product, making sure that I'm working, making sure I'm doing what I have to do to put my best foot forward for the team, be there for the team. That's always been most important for me. Always will be most important. So I'm grateful for the opportunities in NIL that have come for people across the country in all sports. But at the end of the day, the most important thing for me is to be the best version of myself as a person, as a player, and that's not gonna change.
Obviously, it's a trend for people to skip these bowl games as they're high projected picks. Can you just tell us why you decided to play in the Sugar Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, how I looked at it was just an opportunity, another opportunity to play with my brothers, and I love the guys on my team. I love this team. I love this program. Going to work with the group of guys that I'm privileged to go to work with every single day. I see how hard we work as a group, how much we pour into this, and how much this means to us, how much it means to me. And it was easy for me because I just feel grateful that I get to go out and play with these guys to compete and practice to share that field. And for me, looking at it, I looked at it as another opportunity. And for me as a leader of this team, what is something I pride myself in, there's a lot that I think it's most important to lead by example, to make sure that anytime that I'm leading, I'm telling other people to do things. I have to do that first. I have to make sure that I'm doing the right things, and I have to be comfortable being held accountable. And for me, another opportunity to lead the team in every way that I can, and to be out there and run out of the tunnel again with my teammates. It was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So I'm just honored to be a part of this team. And as a leader, I felt like it was important to me to make sure that we finish this year.
How have you seen the young wide receivers progress over the course of the season?
Yeah, the young wide receivers had, is interesting year. Came in, there's been multiple true freshmen that have played a lot, made really big plays, stepped up, and that's something that's really rare, especially here. And to do it at such a high level, to come in with the professionalism that the young receivers have, I always respect them for that. And first it's just just trying to come in and know the plays, and not mess up and make sure you're doing things right. But you can see now with all the experience they've gotten throughout this year, they're so much more comfortable. They know where they're supposed to be, so they can have that much more creativity with their routes. They know where they need to be, so they've grown a lot. So I think it's just that consistency, the experience that they've had. It leads to all the growth that we've seen this year.
Regardless of whether you're coming back or not, how confident are you in those guys' abilities when they come back next year?
Oh, I'm supremely confident. I drop back and look for the guys open. Those they get open regardless of what's going on. I haven't had anything to do with that all year. I can't. There's people in front of them that they have to evade, and they've been doing that all year. Those guys again are extremely talented, a great group of receivers, and for them to be so great at this age, it's going to be really fun to watch them grow and watch them progress. Again, just see all they've done as so many as young guys, as true freshmen. It's only up from here for those guys.
Bryce, I apologize because I know you probably addressed this, but you talk about the fact that neither team had any opt-outs. So what does that say about this program and these programs and this game?
Yeah, that's something that we take a lot of pride in, and for them too. I think it speaks for both of our programs. Just the culture that's been built. I obviously I can only speak for us, and I obviously I only know us, but I'd imagine there's similarities with that stat being the same. We take a lot of pride in who we are. We have a lot of pride in winning games, and for us we have a standard, and that's something that we live by, something that we make sure that that we really believe in as leaders, as with myself being a leader and us on leadership, making sure that we lead, and making sure that we live up to that standard. We take a lot of pride in that. It means a lot, and it means a lot to everyone on the roster. That's something that was really important for us. And obviously I can only speak for our team, but with there being no opt-outs on both teams, I think that just speaks to both of the programs and how much pride, and just the programs in itself.
Bryce, something that played under Bill O'Brien for the last 2 years. What would you say when you hear some of the criticisms about him from fans? I'm sure you've heard it. Like, what's your response to that?
I mean, be honest, I'm not huge on social media, but I can just speak from my perspective. I've learned a tremendous amount from OB. Coach has taught me so much. I've grown so much as a player under him, and getting to have the experience of him coaching the greatest of some of the best players to play the game. Him having so much knowledge, and me as a younger quarterback getting able to gain that, to learn the ins and outs of his system and see all that he's brought. It's been an honor for me to play with him for these past couple of years. Again, I've grown tremendously, and a lot of the success that I've had, a lot of success we have as an offense, that's credited to OB. The creativity, all the stuff that he brings, how he carries himself day to day. Someone who comes in and is always teaching. He's intense. He'll get after it, but he's always teaching. There's no time where he's not pushing us to be better. There's so much I've learned from him, and that's someone that I'm super close with. I have a great relationship with, so I'm forever grateful and super blessed to have had him for my coach.
Bryce, when you saw Kansas State was going to be the opponent for this game, what was your initial reaction? And then as you started to learn more about the team, what kind of sticks out to you about Kansas State?
Yeah, following that, as me individually and us as a team, we have a tremendous amount of respect for Kansas State. It makes so much sense why they've had so much success when you cut on the film, turn it on the film and watch it for the first time when we learned we were going to play them. It made so much sense to see, why they've been so successful, why they're, why they've had all the success, conference champions. It makes so much sense. That tenacity, just in watching defense, but the tenacity that they play with, very well coached, very well disciplined, top to bottom, a really good roster defensively. Again, you could tell they play for each other, play really hard, play fast. It makes a lot of sense. Very tough physical team, and again, that stands out on film. So just being able to watch that, seeing all the things they've done and getting to study it now. It makes so much sense why they've had so much success, and me personally, everyone on the team, we have a tremendous amount of respect for them. Yeah, I know Matt Corral, SoCal kid. Yeah, I know Matt, and yeah, just from knowing college football and being a fan. Yeah, I I watched the game. Yeah, I know he got hurt, and I put my faith in God. I walked through faith, and again, for me, this is an opportunity again to play with my brothers again, to play with my team, and that was enough for me. Again, I put my faith in God. I trust in God. I know that everything that happens for a reason. There's always things that happen, but again, I walk by faith. I know Matt Corral. I have a lot of respect for him and for his game. I know what happened. I understand what happened, but again, I walk by faith.
Some of the Kansas State players are talking about your ability to extend plays. How important is that under pressure to be able to keep plays alive, I guess, in your arsenal?
I mean, for me, it's just trying to take what the defense gives me. That's the biggest thing that we pride ourselves offensively in, making sure that we're multiple. We can do what the defense gives, and for me, that's been a part of my game. Large in part because of the offensive line. They've done a great job. Throughout my career, allowing me and giving me time to extend plays. A lot of the times, if I'm running around or I sit back there and it looks like I'm doing so much to do that. A lot of times it's because the line allows me to do that. They give me the time to sit back, to allow me to roll out, stuff like that. A lot of that comes from having the great O-line that I've had these last couple of years. And, for me, it's all about just taking what the defense gives.
One of them said that compared you kind of to Patrick Mahomes and that you also want to keep the place alive. Looking downfield, you're not necessarily looking to run. Is that something that you've kind of developed the ability to?
Yeah, I mean, again, for me, it's just trying to each time that if I am extending a play and I'm outside pocket or for whatever reason, just doing what's best for the team. I'm taking what the defense gives. If it's throwing the ball, it's throwing the ball, or running the ball, it's running the ball. But each time I just try to make the best decision for the team.
Bryce, Coach O'Brien obviously had worked with Tom Brady for years in New England. What's the best story he's told you about working with Brady? Is there something that he shared with you that's helped his success throughout the years?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that he shared wasn't, about, maybe an extra O or him, how he could throw the ball, but really about his mindset. How meticulous he was in his approach and his preparation for the game. I don't think a lot of the things he told me, I'm definitely not at liberty to say publicly, the specifics, but just hearing his approach, hearing his process, how he prepared for games, the steps he took, taking care of his body, the steps he took, the routine he had, the rules he had for himself. I've gotten some of that from OB, and that's advice that I'll hold on to forever. I'm hearing stuff like that, and again, I'm sorry, I can't, definitely can't give that stuff out.
You talk about the TB12 diet, but obviously New Orleans, not a lot of that is being followed when it comes to the food. If there's one dish you could have here every night, what would you have and why?
I had there's like a seafood platter. There's like some. I'm normally don't eat like a lot of fried foods, but there was like a fried seafood platter. I love seafood, so it was really good. There's like oysters. There's a soft shell crab, fish, shrimp. It was really, really good. So I don't know if I could do fried food every night, but I had that. It was really, really good.
Medical Properties Trust, at the very heart of healthcare.